Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very last episode in this series of Andy's Shed Live. It is Sunday evening, and it's just gone 6 o'clock. We're just a little bit later than we normally are, but we're here nonetheless for one final time this series. Although, don't worry too much because we will be back later in the year. And because it's the final episode, we thought we'd take you and give you a little tour of some of the things that we've been up to over the last few weeks and even months, perhaps. And one of the things that we've been doing right here, if I can just hold this camera in place, which I'm having trouble with doing. There, it'll sit there a minute. One of the things that we've been doing over time is, you may remember that last week we had this old telephone that was all broken along the front here. You'll remember this from the show last week. Well, it's now had the restoration treatment, and if I can get the camera here and show you what we've done. Here it is, as you can see, all the front's been put back together. There are still a few marks, I just still need a little bit of polishing. But if you saw this last week with all the fronts smashed off it when I took it out of the package it had arrived on a Hermes courier. Don't use Hermes couriers, they break stuff. Then you'll have thought this was a no-hoper, but it's all back together now. Now you'll see some discoloration on it. That's just because it needs a bit more polishing where I've put it back together. It needs a bit more polish. That's why you can see some sort of white marks and things on it. But once it's polished up, that will be a very nice sort of mid 1960s Tele 706 in the very rare Concorde Blue. And it's Concorde without an E on the end, by the way. It's Concorde, just finishes with a D, no E on the end. They only put the E on the end when it relates to the aeroplane. But Concorde Blue telephones predate the aeroplane. So there you have it. So that is the phone that we've just been restoring. Right, so you've had a little look at that. I think now I can probably do what we don't often do on this show, which is to take you outside. The magic of technology. If this works, I'll be amazed. The last time we did this, we crashed and burned quite badly. But we've got a bit of new tech that hopefully will allow me to bring you out here and show you some of the projects that we're going to be taking on over the next few weeks and months. And you'll probably see on the Andy Shed website. Remember our website? It's andyshed.corepress.net. That's andyshed.corepress.net. And here is one of the projects that you're going to be seeing. It's a tractor. Yeah, this is just one of them. Actually, there's two tractors, because buried in this mound of stuff here, you'll see the front end of another one. But there's two of these Westwood Garden tractors here, and this one is a rare diesel variety. The other one's a petrol. And we're going to be restoring these over the next few months, we hope. I've had them a few years now, 2-3 years, and it's well past time that the restoration started. So hopefully we're going to start the restoration on this soon. This one does run, or at least it did run last time I tried it, but it doesn't charge. The alternator on it doesn't charge. So we need to sort out the charging circuit on it. But it's got a Lombardini engine in it, this one. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out, and you'll be seeing more of that as the time goes on. Right, while we're out and about and it's a nice day, we'll go for a little walk, shall we? One of the most popular things that I've ever put up onto YouTube is a video about charcoal gasification and how to make charcoal for use in a gasifier, to use it as a fuel. Oh, sorry about the sun, totally the wrong way around. Well, the charcoal gasification is something we're going to be doing more of, and here you will see is the charcoal gasifier that appeared in that video. It's had a good many thousand views now, so thanks to everybody who's watched the video. This is the charcoal gasifier. There is another video I'll say about it that I did. It's a hugely popular one on YouTube about how this works, but basically it's made out of 2 old gas bottles and an old fire extinguisher. The chimney on the top there is the old fire extinguisher. Just welded to this gas bottle that was cut at this point here, because if I lift the top off, you can find another gas bottle inside it. There you go, there's another one inside, and this has been reloaded actually, ready for another burn. So you can see it's full of wood inside there, which hopefully we will turn into charcoal. And the way you do it is that in a barrel is filled with wood and then basically sealed, and we just seal it with the weight of the lid there, which is a 3rd gas bottle end cut off, and it just sort of sits over there and like that, and forms a partial seal basically. Not a complete one, because we need a rubber gasket or something to make a complete seal, but that makes a partial seal in there. And then we heat that up and we basically cook the contents of that barrel, and the smoke and that comes off, the gases that come off, come out of that hole there. They do ignite eventually and burn off, and then what you're left with in that inner barrel is beautiful black charcoal. And the heat source for it is down here, is in the bottom of there, where we put various bits of wood in that hole there. And that's the fire chamber. Now, somebody has said just trying to shut the door because the door got a bit bent on it. Now, hang on now. Somebody did say that it would be worth taking a pipe from here and running it back down the side of the thing and back into the bottom there. And the idea is that that pipe would put gas back into the burn chamber at the bottom that we could then use in part as fuel, so it didn't use so much wood to heat things up. That is something that we want to do. That is a modification that I'm planning on doing. So watch this space and we'll let you know how that modification gets on. One modification that didn't work so well was these little holes around the bottom of the chimney here. I was also told that if I put holes around the bottom of the chimney there, that would let some air in, and it would help the gas that's been burnt off to here, it would help that to actually combust, and so what you get out the top of the chimney would be cleaner. But I'm here to tell you now that hasn't worked. Maybe those holes need to be bigger, I don't know, but that's something that we need to continue working on. So that's another project that we're going to be continuing doing. So as you'll see, we have got plenty of things to do over the coming weeks and months, so even when we're not on YouTube, there'll still be stuff happening. And if you want to see some of the charcoal that the gasifier makes, When it's done, we've got some of it in bags here. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Well, I'll try. And here it is. This is the beautiful black charcoal that is made by the gasifier. And we're going to be trying to use that to run an engine quite soon. To run a single cylinder petrol engine. So watch out for those experiments. So you'll see why we're going off air for a bit, because we've got rather a lot to do over the rest of the summer. Now, I've got all these projects to do here, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be here all the time, because there is an awful lot still going on out there, and a lot of events that you can go to over the next few weeks. If you want to see some great events, then some of those great events that are coming your way, just some of them, are next week. The 30th of June and the 1st of July. If you're in the Sheffield area, it's Sheffield Steam and Vintage Rally. I will be there with the Sheffield Collectors Club, who you hear a lot about on these live shows. But we will all be there next Saturday and Sunday. So come and find us, watch out for the Sheffield Collectors Club stall, and come up and say hello. And we'll have various collections that the members of the club own there. So there'll be something on that stall to interest you. I absolutely guarantee it, because there's going to be such a wide variety of stuff on there. Then the following week, we are out at Abbeydale Miniature Railway for their event. It's their Members' Day on the Saturday, so that's not open to the public, unfortunately. But on the Sunday, that is open to the public. So a week next Sunday, i.e. a fortnight today, get over to Abbeydale Miniature Railway in Sheffield, and you'll find us all there as well. That's if you can't come to the thing at Sheffield Steam, or even if you can come twice. Yeah, come and see us twice. So that's just some of the things that we are going to be getting up to over the next few weeks and months. And of course, remember that there are other things that will be going up onto YouTube, as well as these live shows. We also do a show called Escape the Shed, where I get out and about and visit various interesting places around the UK. We've recently done a couple of abandoned stations and lost railway videos that have been quite popular, so I think there's going to be some more of those coming up very soon, including one on the Lancashire, Derbyshire and East Coast Railway. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. I've got that in the right order, haven't I? Yeah, Lancashire, Derbyshire and East Coast Railway. Probably one of the most unsuccessful railways you can possibly imagine, because it never got to Lancashire and it never got to the East Coast. But they did build a bit in Derbyshire. Most of it is now long gone, but we will be retracing a bit of this lost railway and tell you an amazing story about a train that ran on it as part of its history and part of its reason to exist. So that is all coming up on an upcoming episode of Escape the Shed. And as far as telephone restorations go, well, we've got some more of those to do. Don't think we're going to be bored, because as you can see here, there's some Bakelite Ericsson phones in for restoration at the moment. These are all in bits at the moment. There's 3 different phones here, all in to be restored. So we've definitely got plenty to be getting on with over the summer. So remember, we'll be back with the live show a little bit later in the year, fingers crossed. And until then, keep watching Escape the Shed, where various videos will be going up over the next few months. and also catch various live specials that we are hoping to be doing very soon. I can't tell you where and I can't tell you when. So make sure you click that little bell icon, subscribe to the channel, but also click that little bell icon next to the subscription link, because then whenever we do a show, whenever we go live or whatever, you'll be one of the first to know about it, because you'll get a little notification. But you've got to click that bell icon to do it, so do it now. And until the next time, we hope to see you at Sheffield next weekend, but if we don't, have a great summer and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.